John is live. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Yeah, Paul Newman. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Big time. They don't want this story out. They don't want you to know what I know. If you only knew what I knew, and hopefully you will with all the sharing that I do. Well, hello, Carrie. Good morning. Anyway, I got a busy schedule. I was already out starting to paint today. I got my painting clothes on. If you wonder why, I got my same clothes I've had on all week. I haven't come on here in a few days. And if I don't come on here, I feel like I have to come on here because if I don't, my story just gets deeper hindered, more hindered, deeper hindered. I don't even think that makes sense. It gets more hindered, more blocked. And so I have to keep up the work in getting the truth out. Thank you guys for sharing, for showing up. And for you people that have not seen my videos before, I hope you join my army of truthers, the real truthers, not the paid for truthers, to spread more lies to the world. I'm all about the truth and getting the truth out, and they're all about covering us up. If you didn't hear, my TikTok was taken down for absolutely no reason. I hadn't even made videos in a few days on TikTok, and I sent an appeal, and no warnings, no nothing. They just took my account down for me saying, hey, the name given to me by government is David Keith Quigley. My real name is John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. And these billionaires can't handle that because I am blowing the whistle on all these motherfuckers. Straight up, I am. And I hope you'll start blowing the whistle too and getting this truth out that they don't want no one to know. It's really discouraging. It is. But I keep getting on here, keep sharing. And yeah, I could sit here and tell you stories. I mean, just this month alone, all the bullshit John Kennedy's had to go through, but I'm not going to bore you. And then the haters will come on and say, quit your sniveling and blah, blah, all that bullshit. I thank you guys so much for sharing everywhere possible. And the quiet journey, it's old school way to get the story out. A lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money was donated into this project so we could get the story out. Please write me. I sent $45 worth of packages out yesterday, and that took me like 2 hours just sitting here autographing books and sending stickers and every other thing. And we're getting it out old school because our media is bought and paid for. It really, really is bought and paid for. We live in a regime, people. And if you've tried sharing my stories and you keep getting blocked, you know what's going on. I know what's going on. I've been sharing my story for years. And I don't see no fucking big black Lincolns pulling up here or Suburbans, you know, with Secret Service getting out or CIA getting out or anything like that saying, hey, John, we'll help you get your story out. We know we fucked you over. Yeah, I don't see it. Someday, maybe, if we can get the story out and get it big enough, they'll be pulling up here and say, let's get some justice for you. Let's get some justice for the American people. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I was hidden, and sometimes I wish I still was. I swear. But I decided to share my story, get it out to the world. And the bigger we get out, the more we get out, the more they hinder us, the more they try to stomp on us and take us down off these platforms and every other thing. It's a challenge. But we are at war. We are at war with the enemy. Yeah, makes you wonder, Trump holding the sign. You know, I get a lot of people. I do. I get a lot of people saying I should just back off of Trump. I really do. Trump was my cousin. Was my cousin. I just shared a post on Facebook earlier, and Facebook is all fucked up too. Bill Messer, he does a little church sermon. He does a little preaching, and he does a little sharing of health food and things like that, vitamins and stories. And he goes on in the mornings, and I tried to get on. You know, this is all the time. This ain't just this morning, but I seen him. I was scrolling because I only really put Facebook on years ago to share my story and for marketplace to try to get deals on things that I need. But Bill popped up right away that he was on live, and I scrolled down. But the minute I popped on his live video, it took me to someone else's site. So I backed it up, and he was still on there, and he was talking about my book. So I went to comment and say, "Thank you, brother. I appreciate you sharing." It took me to another site. It would not let me comment on Bill's post on Facebook. Why? Because our CIA is so deep in Facebook. You think Mark Zuckerberg is a freaking CIA zombie now? He's a billionaire. And that's all it takes for these zombie, yeah, to turn to the cabal. The cabal are running Facebook. I guarantee it 100%. And you ought to hear my story about Facebook. Oh, let's see here. Somebody messaged me. Cindy, YouTube. I don't have time to look at it right now, Cindy, but I love you. I thank you for being online. I thank you for sharing the truth about John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. I really appreciate that. And Cheryl, you sure look like you're dead right now. I'm not dead, but I think you meant my dad. So that's cool. Maybe you did mean I look dead. Somebody told me the other day I've been looking pretty sad, but I've been dealing with so much bullshit every single day, trying to get this house painted and making it look halfway decent. I got my truck and trailer parked in the lot next door because I've been painting underneath here, and it's been parked out there all freaking week. I was out there day before yesterday all day long painting, and the sad part is I paid a couple friends of mine $900 already to paint the house, and I still owe them more money, but they don't show up. So here I go again. Oh, crazy. And if you've heard my storage story, that's a whole nother story too about all my shit getting ruined in storage, all Robin's things getting contaminated with all their crap and what they did there. It's really sad what people will do. You know, me and Robin rented a storage place right across the street here, and we were paying them $140 a month to store our stuff. And the roof leaked. We got on them. The roof leaked again. They said they fixed it. It didn't. We ruined more of our shit. The roof was never fixed. We couldn't even use half the unit because we had water buckets when it would rain and catch the water. But we're still paying. They wouldn't do anything. And then they did tear off the roof with our shit. They never notified us they were going to be tearing off the entire roof above our unit, above all our possessions. And it all got ruined. They said, "Oh, well, you know, get back with us." They never got back with me all week. They said, "Yeah, early this week we'll get back." They never did. Then I said, "Well, I guess we'll have to go to court about this shit." "Oh, well, give us an itemized list." It's not an itemized list of the thing anyway. It's more bullshit. I believe they did that on purpose because Robin doesn't listen to John. Robin went on, we had a water leak, and Robin went on Google and did a Google review and said, "You motherfuckers backstabbed us, ruined our shit over and over again. You lied to us. And then they tore off the roof and didn't notify us and ruined everything. And yeah, was it a retaliation thing? I think so. So now I got to fucking worry about that. And I had to pay people to unload that storage unit into my truck and trailer, take it up to the other, unload it, come down, do that 3 or 4 times. I had to pay for all that because my shit wasn't safe there where it was. And could have they have stole stuff? I'm sure they could have. They had the whole roof off. And I don't even think that's legal to enter somebody's storage unit in the first freaking place. So anyway, that's how my month has been. And God, I said I wasn't going to bitch. And here I am bitching already. Yeah, I apologize. So let's get on with it. We're hindered. We're blocked. I'm the real John Kennedy Jr. I was kidnapped. I was replaced. For you people that haven't heard the story, please go to thequietjourney.tv. We're going old school. We live in a regime. What is a regime? That means our government is controlled. Our media is controlled. It's just like a communist state, but it's kept quiet from you, secret from you, while all this is going on because these billionaires have a plan to enslave us all and turn us all into communists while they get rich. Yes, if you know how Russia's run, it's run by the billionaires, the elites. China, the same way. United States, the same way now. My father was assassinated for these plans to take place. If you go to The Quiet Journey, listen carefully. My father was making a speech telling you it's happening. In my little movie on The Quiet Journey, my father is at the podium saying, hey, I'm the president of the United States, and this is what's happening. It's not with soldiers. It's not an invasion, but it's an invasion with spies within to take control of our government. So then, after he made that speech, they assassinated him. They went after my whole family. It was a takeover of the United States government. So all these presidents that you see, your vote has never mattered. Organized crime places them. You might think you got a savior, and they're going to save you this time, but they are 100% cabal if you do a little research and do a little digging. So with that said, when people say, oh, why don't you lay off Trump? You're losing supporters. I don't give a fuck. I'm all about the truth, and Trump is 100% cabal. He is 100% doing the work for the cabal. He's a billionaire, and he's placed by these people to deceive us, to make us think there's a savior doing something. But at the end of his term, if he doesn't try to be a dictator, like I'm sharing, think about that one. Yeah, then we'll have a dictatorship. Yeah. And you got the secret police right now trying to identify everyone, getting your information to find out what side you are on. The same tactics Hitler did. And you need to listen to John Kennedy Jr. right now. Right now, the tactics Hitler used are being applied to America. Straight up. Straight up. I see love and laughter. I just sent you some books. Thank you so much. I see Brenda Scott Price on here. A wonderful, wonderful, wonderful lion. Thank you, Brenda, for your love gift. I love you. I appreciate you for all your hard work and you sharing. And Mojo for your doing your lives. And I think I'm going to have to use Robin's phone to join you on your lives on TikTok because they just simply removed me. I don't think I want to waste my time on another account. I need to find better platforms. We need to go old school. The more we get out, people, the more the truth, my story gets out, the more we are hindered, the more we are blocked, the more John Kennedy Jr. is fucked with. Really. I thank you guys for making for your account. Brenda Price here, I think she's made 30 accounts. She don't give up. She don't surrender. She just makes another account, keeps going. And I hope someday in history you will be in the books, you guys, for sharing the truth and being the Paul Revere's that you really are on getting the story out and getting the truth out. And, it's hard for me to repeat the same story 1,000 times over 1,000 times. I do. And I can't get the story out without you, Lions. We are building an army, but we need an army of supporters of truth and what they did to America. What they did. My father was voted in by We the People, and they took that away. They stole that from We the People. And organized crime has been putting their members in place ever since. I'm sharing the JFK files. I'm sharing the truth. They say they're going to do this and they're going to do that, but they just keep putting out the lies and, the deception. What are the JFK files, people? The JFK files are identity theft, is how organized crime within our government makes their billions of dollars. That's the key. Identity theft. They can take a human being and take everything they own, including their identity. Now, you think about that with Donald Trump. Yes, please do. Why is not Donald Trump coming out saying, hey, this is what the government did to John Kennedy Jr.? They replaced him because organized crime is so big, so freaking big. They've turned it into a regime where we the people need to bust their fucking nuts. Straight up. We need to bust that glass ceiling that they've kept us in with all their lies, deception, all their lies that your vote matters when your vote doesn't matter. Not in the least. Your vote does not matter. And with all the photo ops that they do, I'm John Kennedy Jr. I live my life with photo ops. I learned from Hollywood. And I'm trying to share them, truthfully. And I'm not trying to fucking brag. I'm not trying. They taught me. The Secret Service, the Kennedy's Secret Service taught me so fucking much about what goes on, how it goes on, how it is worked, and people don't get it. They are the elite. They are the powerful. They are them, and we are the slaves. They treat us sometimes worse than humans should even be treated. And I've been there. I really have. And I share what I've been in and done and what the torture that they've given me, so I would not speak to you today. I've learned it over and over again from the military. When I tell people I was freaking 8, 9 years old in Vietnam, oh, you're so fucking full of shit, John. Or they'll call me David. Well, I'm exposing all that with our CIA and with the Black Horse, with the Green Berets. It's crazy. But that's where John Kennedy Jr. went to get his training as a child. And he was told to shut the fuck up or they'll kill me. And I had to do things for them my whole life, even growing up. Then I was spent with the Hells Angels. You know what it's like to learn from the Hells Angels? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It really is when you're a kid and they're teaching you things. I learned off the streets. I was taught what the FBI does. I was taught what our Secret Service does. And I was taught what our CIA does. And when I say I was taught, we're talking other countries, presidents of other countries, leaders of other countries. I was learning all this, how they work, the kidnapping, the murders, the power, to gain power. Yeah, all the way from Saudi Arabia. And what goes on? The MK Ultra program, the mind control program. I went through that shit. I went through military training with the Army and the Navy, and freaking most of it was just torture. But they were teaching me. They were building me up. They got to me to the point Many times I put a gun to my head and went, yeah, while they were standing there and said, don't ever do that again. You got a job to do someday. Well, today is now. I'm doing that job. I'm sharing the story with you. I hope you share it with me because I'm counting on you. I'm counting on we the people to share my story, get the truth out. I know we got a lot of haters. Thank you, D. Much love for everything you do and your support and sharing. Quiet journey, people. Hit me up. Send me a self-addressed envelope. Somebody sent me a self-addressed envelope yesterday. They did. They wanted a few bumper stickers. So what did I do? I sent them some bumper stickers. I sent them a book, a signed colored book. I sent them a thank you card. Thank you so much for your support. You know, it's all about love and getting the story out and helping each other. Somebody said they were going to go to Walmart and start handing these to people and sharing the story. Sharon Sheridan goes to Dallas, sets up a little booth there. Anybody in Dallas that wants to help her out and back her up and be by her side while she's sharing John's story. It's not just my story, people. It's your story. We're fighting for the future of your children. And with that said, take me serious. These people within our government are the child traffickers. The Donald Trump that I'm supposed to just not worry about, he's right up there with the child traffickers. Epstein, best fucking friends. He was best friends with the man that stole my identity. Best friends. It's the same clique of identity theft. It's the same clique. Bobby Kennedy. Oh, well, why don't you talk to Bobby? Did you know there was a son? And me and Wayne went and investigated his death. His name was David Kennedy. And here I am, David Quigley. They said he died of an overdose. We went there. I believe it was a motel that we were at when we went there to investigate his suicide. And Wayne flat out said this was no suicide. It was murder. Okay, so you got Bobby's son, David, murdered, and our government said it was a suicide. Funny how that works, all the suicides and plane crashes to take over, a family. But now you got Bobby. He won't acknowledge me. He's telling people just stay away from David Quigley. Now, what's the connection there? Was Bobby Kennedy murdered and replaced with identity theft because now he's sucking ass to Donald Trump? They all make you think they're doing something good. They do. They tell you a little truth, but it's one big fucking lie, people. One big lie. I want to get sick when I hear somebody say, well, why don't you talk to Bobby? Well, hello. Why don't you get the scenario? The United States government has been taken over by the cabal. They will get on in the camera on our media that's been bought and paid for, and they will feed you bullshit, and people are believing the bullshit. I thank you all so much, Kathy, Brenda, all you lions. John, how are you and Robin doing? Me and Robin are doing okay. It gets frustrating, like I said. Me and Robin have our little fights and ups and downs. Robin is wonderful to have my back. But, being John Kennedy is very stressful, especially with all the hindering that goes on. I love Robin. She came here last year, and I'm talking to you because of Robin. Robin bought me this computer last year. We're getting an upgrade. Somebody volunteered to get me a new mic, a background, more professional, a nice camera, so you can see my ugly ass a little freaking clearer. But yeah, and it's not like I want to do this. I would rather be out painting the house than be on here right now because I got shit to do. But I have to be on here because it is the story of the century that's being covered up and affects us all. It affects us all. It really does. It affects your children. Do you want your children to live in a communist run country by the elites and the billionaires? I don't think you do, because you can see what's going on, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. It really is. Do a little research. Research my story. I am the real John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. I'm trying to sell a book. I am, so I can keep sharing my story, so I can keep surviving and paying my internet bill. These pendants are an awesome way to show your support. If you go to my website, if you get a pendant, I was sent 30 books, 30 colored books, just like this one of the historian's tale. They're beautiful, written, well written. Mary Maxwell is awesome that helped me write this. And with that said, I was tortured. Bad. I was MK Ultra. Bad. I could not write a book by myself, just like I can't share this story by myself if my life depended on it. Seriously. So with the help of Jackie Goldman and the help of Mary Maxwell, they helped me write this book. Not only did they help me write this book, Mary Maxwell sent me 30 colored copies. I think it was at least 30 colored copies. And if you buy a pendant, I'm giving you one out. They are autographed by me and Mary Ball. Mary autographed it. Now I autographed it. Compare that signature to mine as a child. It hasn't changed much. It's still sloppy as hell. I still shake. But if you buy a pendant, you automatically are going to get a color book while supplies last, and it helps the cause. It helps so greatly to pay bills. The more I share, the more hindered I get, the more bills I get, and I want, like I said, somebody sent me 20,000 of these. You imagine 20,000 cars in the United States of America with this on the back? Our story might get out of the truth of what they don't want you to know. And they really don't want you to know. They don't want you to know it. Every day I feel my life is in danger, and now I got Robin to worry about. And I do worry. And, I seen an ad on Facebook of a seat. It was actually a seat cover, like this. You put on your car and you rest on it. But when you pull it out, it's a bulletproof vest. And I was like, fuck, I want one of those. But it's like, I can't afford one of those, but it's protection. My life is all about sharing the story. There's a lot of people that don't want me to share this story, that want me dead. I guarantee it. Because I'm exposing these people, and they are murderers. And I'm sure they don't want you to know what I'm sharing. They go all this hindering. But little things like that, it would help if I could buy a bulletproof seat cover where if somebody pulled up next to me and started shooting, at least I could, gunfights go really fast, people. I've been in a few, and it goes so fucking fast. You don't have time to think. You just have to go with your natural reactions. And with that said, the Secret Service training I had for presidential detail was very good at not thinking. They teach you not to think. If the president is being shot at, you automatically don't even think about it. You just put your life in danger without thinking. And that's all programming and done, but it's training that I have received. You don't think, you just do what you have to do and do it quick. And I appreciate, I've been through hell, but I appreciate all what I've learned in all that hell. And hopefully I can keep sharing it, and you can keep sharing it. Thank you, Kelly, Kathy. Thank you. The French is in France, French Canadian. I don't know, but thank you. I'm glad the story is getting out world. I thank you for your support all around the world, because we are all in it, all around the world. It is so huge. With that said, I love you guys. And with that said, I can't do it without you guys. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your cards and your love gifts so very, very, very much. I really, really do. I do. I can't do it myself, like I've said over and over. And I'm relying on you, and they keep squashing us, keep kicking me off platforms, hindering me from the truth. And we need to get the truth out. Hey, yeah, our government is a regime. They have total control over us. Our vote does not matter. And there's so many things involved, so many things that we can do, good things to help. Get rid of the cabal. Get rid of these child traffickers, these people that think they can enslave a human being. And that's the people running this country right now. Let's put a stop to it. Let's do it. The John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. Healing Center, it's coming. I feel it, and we can make a huge difference. We really, really can. God bless you all. You have a wonderful, blessed day. I got to get out and start painting some more. And I love your prayers, people. I really love your prayers. So say a prayer that we get this out, and we get it out loud. And it's all much appreciated. You all have a wonderful, blessed day and a wonderful, blessed weekend. God, time flies. Time flies. And it seems like I just don't get nothing done. Yeah. Anyway, love you all. Thank you all. Appreciate you all so very, 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 very much. God bless you. Peace out.